Saturday, y'all. What it do? It's Russell Falcõn, man. About to get ready to start my commute, man. Hey, I hope everybody's staying warm out there, man. Especially around the Midwest area, man. We're under a severe freeze advisory. I know where I'm located, northern Indiana. Very cold over here, man. Like freezing cold. But anyway, I want to speak to y'all real quick about a little something called oppression. Y'all know what oppression is? I know we have a tendency to associate that word when we refer to slavery or something like that, which is when it was really, really commonly known, you know what I mean? But even in these days, we live in an oppression, man. We are being oppressed. May be oppressed by a certain individual. May have some enemies out there, some ops that's pressing you. You know what I mean? May come from your job, may come from your record label, from just dealing with certain individuals altogether. Sometimes it's a form of oppression that comes into play. I myself have noticed that if you don't roll with or go with a certain type of thing, though you may be doing what everybody else is doing, you may be a little bit better at doing what you do than what everybody else doing. And they see this, but they don't include you in certain things because you don't go with the movement. You don't follow the fad. You create your own identity. You're a trendsetter. You know what I'm saying? You set trends. You don't follow trends. And I noticed that since you don't move like that, you're excluded from a lot of things that go on, especially when it comes to the industry and your job. Y'all know what today is. Martin Luther King's Day. Martin Luther King Day hasn't really been an official holiday in all 50 states until maybe 5, 10 years back, maybe something like that, somewhere in between. Somebody help me out, I'm not really for sure, somewhere like that. But anyway, before they made it a national holiday, a lot of minorities, I wouldn't even necessarily say black, a lot of minorities, some wouldn't even go to work or do any type of labor or anything on Martin Luther King's Day. They want to honor the late great Dr. Martin Luther King. And you gotta understand that. That's, if that's what you choose to do, that's what you choose to do. There's nothing wrong with that. But if you was a part of something and you chose not to be on board with the situation they had going on because you're trying to honor Martin Luther King, Dr. Martin Luther King, on his birthday, you might be subject to some kind of oppression. Hey, I'm not going to be able to make it today. It's Martin Luther King's Day. I'm going to celebrate Dr. Martin Luther King's birthday today. I'll be in tomorrow. Now, you might get it while you're on the phone. Maybe some sarcasm. See, everybody not going to be so subjective to what you know, just because you want to honor Dr. Martin Luther King on his birthday. But some places, since they have now made it a national holiday, they're offering you to take that day or a day off within this week, which I think is good if you still want to honor. But see, if you're chasing the bag, if you want your money, if you choose to honor Dr. Martin Luther King in your own way, and you still at work, shouldn't be no problem. See, I'm going in today. I'm only working 8 hours, but I get paid for that 16. You see the difference? I'm getting paid for 2 days. It's not no overtime. I'm getting paid for 2 days when I'm only working 1. So why would I let anything take that away from me, especially when I'm trying to chase the bag? I'm just saying. Y'all do what y'all want to. Y'all, everybody move different. Because there's going to be a time where I'm probably going to be able to celebrate this day and ain't got to do nothing but go to a couple conventions and speak to a few people and get on about the rest of my day. It ain't really got to be about no money or nothing. It's just to touch certain individuals. You never know how much you will touch a certain individual just by what you say. And I've been trying to work on this public speaking for a long time, born with a severe stutter, you feel me? So it's almost an honor that I can get up and speak. It's a little easier speaking from the comfort of your own home, in your kitchen, So, yeah, just, just know that it comes in different ways and in different forms. Sometimes it's happening to us and we don't even pay no attention to it because it happens so much. It's frequent. Now, if you object to it, then it's probably going to come with some type of scrutiny or downfall somewhere in the end. You know what I'm saying? Oh, I need that, man. Especially right now, man. I'm a coffee drinker, man. I know a lot of y'all don't like coffee. Grandparents from the South, man. Mainly at breakfast time. Coffee and homemade buttermilk biscuits, man. Not even buttermilk, just homemade biscuits, man. Hot biscuits, how my granddaddy used to say. So, But yeah, it's different forms of oppression, man. And sometimes once you realize you've been oppressed, it's already too late. So just keep your eyes open on that, man. We all got the right to our own opinion. We all got the right to be different. Don't follow what everybody else do, no matter what comes behind that. I give you a few examples, but this ain't really about me on this segment. I'm speaking up on something. You know what I'm saying? I've seen. Have I been oppressed? Maybe. If I just sit back and think about it. But the thing about Russell Falcõn, if anybody know Russell Falcõn is big on what? Respect. I don't care about standing on business. Though I'm going to stand on business, I don't really care about that standing on business shit. Russell Falcón gonna respect you, and in return, I hope you respect Russell Falcón. Therefore, you and Russell Falcón has no problems or has no issues. See, that's the difference. You know, I'm not gonna, you know, I'm not gonna disrespect you, man. You know, I'm not gonna disrespect where you from. I'm not gonna disrespect your area. If I come to you, I'm coming to you with great, genuine love, admiration, and appreciation out of my heart. Always been like that. It's not till I feel like I've been disrespected, then will I get disrespectful. But I'm not that out the gate. I've never been that. I was raised better than that, man. I think that's why I get a lot of love, man. You know, I like to laugh. I like to play around. You know, I like to take a bad situation and turn it into a good situation. Now, blows coming too. They get the upping. They get the up and poles and sticks. Got to step out the way and get little. Seen too many homeboys that was peaceful lose their life overstepping in the middle and trying to de-escalate a situation that ain't even had nothing to even do with them. But since them was their people, that was their people, and that was their people. But they got issues, and you try to be the mediator, you end up losing your life. I seen it happen, bro. You know, as long as we can keep it at words, as long as we can keep it at words, somebody can eventually step in and we can speak one at a time so everybody can understand each other's point. And I can be a mediator as much as I can to try to help bridge that gap. The road probably won't be smooth, but you'll be able to go back and forth if you want with no issues. You know, I stay out of certain politics, certain things I don't even speak about, especially when it comes to California and the Bay Area. I'm not from here, man. I'm from South Bend, Indiana, bro. I'm from the Midwest. I can't even really tell you too much about what's going on in Chicago. I'm not from Chicago. Though I live near Chicago, I can pretty much let you know what's going on in Chicago. But that's not my business to even speak on that. I can't tell you what's going on in Detroit, Michigan. I don't live in Detroit, Michigan. Though I live near Detroit, I pretty much know what goes on in Detroit. I can't speak on Detroit, Michigan. You feel me? Nah, so I'm going to just keep it just like it is, man. I'm going to talk about South Bend, Indiana, and wherever I choose to relocate to, whether it's out west, what city, what area. Once I learn that city and that area, I may speak about certain things that go on in that city and in that area because I'm now living and residing in that area. But until then, y'all know what it is. We about to ride up out of here. It's me and the boss. You know, hey, jump in here real quick and say what's up. Jump in real quick. Come here, jump in here real quick and say what's up, y'all. Yeah, that's right here, the boss right here, man. You know she kind of shy. But anyway, yeah, man, we about to go ahead and get on up out of here, man. We sliding out. But y'all just remember what I said, man. Just keep your eyes out and be aware. Sometimes you get mistreated and then you don't even know you're being mistreated because it's so used to happening. What I've noticed though before I go, somebody who's always talked down upon, you can be trying to give them a compliment and they'll take it as an insult because nobody has really gave them no type of compliments. You feel what I'm saying? It's just a little different. You know, I had a situation one time, nothing never really came about it. I was speaking to my daughter, and somebody in the background was getting a little rude and talking a little sideways to my daughter. And When I say I'm big on respect, for number one, if you talk to my daughter like that, what are you doing to her self-esteem? And when my daughter don't speak back to try to defend herself, it's kind of letting me know she's believing everything a motherfucker is saying and talking to her about and talking sideways to her. And as a father, that's a hurtful thing. You're not going to talk to any one of my kids, let alone anybody else's kid like that in front of me. I got to jump up and say something. I'm big on respect, man. Now, if my daughter was disrespectful to you, then I'm going to have a conversation with my daughter because my daughter know better than that. Some of y'all that know my daughter kind of like Pops. She kind of get a little charged at times. But my daughter wasn't in the wrong on this one. I was on the phone the whole time. I heard the whole thing. I just don't appreciate the way a motherfucker was talking to my daughter. You feel me? It was like that. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not gonna sit around. Even if it wasn't my daughter, a child of my friend, anything, you're not gonna talk to them like that. Not in front of me, you ain't. So, but on that note, y'all have a good one, man. Y'all just keep your eyes peeled out for that. I'm Russell Falcõn, Bay Area Drill Music CEO, Indiana chapter. Tapping in with y'all. New music on the way. C-Dub hooking me up with that ooh-ah-ooh. And you know, we gonna do it and get that way. Yeah!